y'all.
Okay, I got you. We're back, y'all. Hour number two.
I'll be late.
Hour number two. We're talking about health and everything. Health literacy. We've talked about. First hour we talked about. First hour. Well, matter of fact, let me start off from the stuff. Welcome back to the Kazual Konvo show. The
Um,
second hour, we talked about the first hour. We talked about health literacy. We talked about having insurance. We talked about fitness. We talked about knowing what you need to do to get yourself in order. We talked about a lot of stuff that when you get the playback, check it out. Some real good information. We're back in hour
it's
two.
not like
We're back with number two. Check it
I can't stop laughing. That is a kid.
out. That was a fast 4 minutes.
Hey yo,
That
shit.
was a real fast 4 minutes. I felt more like 2 minutes, man. For real, that was a fast 4 minutes.
But how you gonna play Drake? Like,
I don't
how
know,
you
man. That song was out of all people. That you know what? When I heard that
gonna,
song, I said
I
that's why
giggled
I
the
like
whole
Drake.
time. When I heard Drake come on, I was like, bro, like,
I was like, man, this is the guy that everyone go crazy over saying he's one of the greatest rappers of all time.
man, put on Kendrick.
And I was like, look, man, and I'm not trying to diss, but he is not even in the top 50. This dude, he's whack, man. He's whack. Period.
I say,
Toronto.
man, we put
Lisa's in the building. What's up, Lisa?
that.
Lisa's back from the moon, y'all. Lisa Russ back from the moon. She's in the chat.
Who?
Lisa.
Ah,
She
Lisa.
just got back from the moon.
Okay.
Hell yeah. How was it up there? Nah, I got mess with her. Welcome to the show, Lisa. We ain't seen you in a while. Glad you're joining in.
I
Uh,
was jamming until I heard Drake. Drake
I
came
know, man.
on.
That's Drake, man.
Like,
And that's the guy that these so-called gangster rappers be going crazy over.
listen, I could not. But yeah, we back, yo.
Drake is for
That's so
Drake is for
bad.
guys that sag their pants below their butt cheeks, man. If
I
you keep
was
it
like,
beat.
what? I was
Mate,
jamming that Drake came on. I couldn't do nothing but chuckle. I was like, yo, Patty is.
that's, see, that's why that 4 minutes seemed like it went so fast. I'm so glad it did because I couldn't hear another Drake song. Better put that Kendrick on there.
That's that for me.
Anyway, you were saying we're gonna talk about men and women.
Yeah, men's health and women's health. I'm gonna
Okay.
let you elaborate on the men's health because you know I don't have no penis. You do.
You act like you do. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking, y'all. She don't act like she act like a woman for real, for real. You know,
Oh, good. I'm gonna lean back up because I
a
lean back.
real woman. Oh, I
It was
shouldn't have said
getting ready
that.
on and popping. What you
I shouldn't have
trying
said
to
a real
say?
woman. I shouldn't have said a real woman because now people gonna get offended.
You know, I was born with my poets.
Right, exactly. Um, men's health. We're gonna start from top to bottom. Um, now I don't care about the hair because some people like the dreads, some like the bald head, some like the fade. You
Well,
know, how you do your hair. That's cool. I don't that, yeah, but see the thing about the head, you still got to wash your hair.
speaking of, I need to wash mine. Okay, it's
Let me
dirty.
finish so you can talk about the men and washing your hair. But
Oh,
bathing that should be both, of course. Smelling good, of course. But with us, I really don't see nothing that really affects us unless we just let our bodies break down. We just don't do nothing. With us men, I think ours is more hygiene. Take care of your hygiene. Of course, we got to work out for high blood pressure and everything like that. Yeah,
leave that shit down.
but I'm throw this thing away, man. It won't stay up for nothing. She's supposed to hang down, but I ain't got nothing to hang it from the roof. But anyway, I think with us men, ours is more of a hygienic thing because I don't really think of nothing um, that we really have issues with that just happen. So we got to maintain our health. Make sure our blood pressure stays down. Of course, the basics, the basics. But kidney stone. Oh yeah, I know. I heard about the kidney stone, Lisa.
Oh my god. You and that damn Mike been beefing the whole show. I can't.
Yeah, I have to use it like when I do my recordings. Stop
Yo,
it when I'm,
I'm crying.
but I'm tired of that thing, man. I need to find one, a metal one that just sits over it. I mean, a foam one that sits over it. I'm tired of that damn popper. Anyway, back to our about we yeah, I think we just got to maintain, drink a lot of water because we can't get URIs, um, UTIs. I mean, um, I don't really see nothing.
Yeah, I'm okay. He been wrestling with that damn Mike.
Yeah, for real, for real. It's for the whole. I'm done with it, man. You won't see it on here no more. I'm just have to be like I'm back, like I'm rocking the mic again. Like yes, yes, y'all, yeah, yeah. Hold it right here to the beat, y'all. But I mean,
Oh boy.
maintain the health is this hygiene, man. And but dudes today, man, dudes today act like they ain't got to wash, man. They act like deodorant doesn't exist.
What?
Dudes, for real, I be smelling dudes like, damn, man. It's like I don't know if they wear the same things 2 or 3 days in a row,
Mhm.
but a lot of dudes
What
today,
was
like
that?
when I was coming up,
Man, back up, back up, back
yeah,
up. Let's get back to the 2 3 days in a row. Speak on that, cause I don't
it
concur.
seemed like it because like a lot of these younger dudes today, and this is not I'm not trying to diss the younger generation. I'm really not. But a lot when I was coming up, um, the girls made sure we smelled right. They told us, "Yo, you smell," and then the fellas like, "Yo, man, you stink." But I be I'll be at the store on the line, and I'm like, "Hey, this nigga smell," and it be just some average everyday dude. When I was coming up, there was a smell with the homeless people. It'd be a real poor, but these are dudes in their 20s and 30s driving nice little rides or whatever. They be smelling, man. Underarms be kicking like Bruce Lee, and they just be smelling, man. And I'm like, yo, you got deodorant, soap,
Mhm.
and water, and it's like they wear this. And like I've seen some dudes that I see every day, and I'm very visual with people. Like if I see you today, I may not pay you no mind, but it's always something that stands out. And if I see you like tomorrow, like, man, didn't you have that on yesterday? It's real noticeable. Cause see, I'm very visual, and I see dudes. I'm like, now unless this nigga got like 5 pairs of the same pair of pants, they got the same joints on. But niggas,
Uh,
dudes, the cats today don't bathe. It seem like they don't bathe. Heavy hit like a lot of these dudes got the dreads. Like when I had my dreads, my niece and everybody tell you, I wash my hair. But
mhm.
these dudes like you can smell it. You know how you just smell real sweaty. You can smell like, oh, dude, just get in the shower, let the water hit it. You know, something.
Ham TV made a good point. He said that also comes from a bad diet.
Yeah,
That
it does.
goes back to the whole
Yeah,
"you are what you eat" thing, and that's what
yeah,
a lot of times we don't believe. Like what comes out your pores,
yeah.
um, it affects a lot of things of secretion,
Yep, I
which you
agree.
like your diet affects the
Like you know
overall.
what? I know us guys don't have to worry about the pH levels and stuff like that. But you know what? I was raised by a bunch of women, so cause we just didn't have any males in our family. That's the way we were just born. A lot of women were born in our family,
Hmm.
and I learned a lot from the women with the pH stuff. So even though I don't have to worry about eating a pineapple and all that stuff, I still take those habits because I say it's not going to hurt me. You know, I don't want to walk out the door and they're like, "Man, you smell." I'm like, "Damn, just got out the shower." I don't want to be like that.
Now, if
Hmm.
you take a shower
Hmm.
and there's still some things that's unpleasant and scent,
Something's wrong.
yes, please
Yeah,
go see what's going
yeah,
on
something's
because
wrong.
sometimes that could be a sign of there may could be like some type of infection or something
Yeah, something's wrong.
going on somewhere. Um,
Hmm.
and just get it. We gonna stick on the man for right now.
Oh, I know one thing that dudes around here let me go and buy a jock itch. I don't know if you ever smelled jock itch before, but that shit smells sour.
You
When I
have
was in the medical field, a lot of dudes used to come in. We come back from the field. You know, and one thing you do when you come back from the field, they say you got to hit the shower. And
what
dudes used to
causes
come
it?
just not taking care of yourself, not washing, sweaty, just not taking care.
Oh,
Sometimes it,
that's the male yeast infection.
basically, yeah, and
Okay. Mm.
it smells bad. It smells sour. We used to give them that damn Seaver 3. Yo, put this on, man. Let that shit air out. You know, don't wear no breeze. Put on some boxes or something like that. Yeah, that shit smells bad. Yeah, that's a male yeast. That's a male yeast infection, basically.
What about screenings?
Screening. What do you mean?
Okay, I'm Paul. Screenings. Like what type of screenings? For instance, so
Oh, you talking about just check it like
things that I hear like, and it's funny. A lot of men do not like doctors often.
don't like who?
Don't like going to the doctors or getting
True,
checkups.
true. A lot
I've
of men don't.
heard in my single life, in my dating life, um, off and on.
They feel embarrassed. I
Not
get
only
that.
that, they'll say, "I know something wrong. If something wrong with you, long as you good, I'm good." That's not true, right?
No, it's not.
So, and it's still a matter of you still should have cancer screenings. You should also that includes like colonoscopies,
Yep.
especially starting like at the age of 50 for like prostate. Also, something that kind of relates to women and men is cancer screenings are important for when you talk about your family history. You may need to start earlier than 50, depending
Mm-hmm.
on how close to you, if someone had cancer, maybe if it was your dad, your mom, you
Mm-hmm.
know, how it goes along the line. And also, a lot of people don't know that you can also get tested to see if you carry a cancer gene,
Mm-hmm.
which can affect your children, their children. It's important for you to know that. So think a lot of people don't know that that is out there, but
Mm-hmm.
it is.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Um, I think with a lot of men, it's just the embarrassment. I'm like, don't be embarrassed. For
Mm.
that little period where you felt embarrassed and don't go, that might be when you need to go. Because down the road you're like, dang, if I only would have went that one day, I would have just sucked it up and went. I think a lot of men are
But
just
Paul said, women used to tell me I smell like pineapple. I said, yeah, wait until you taste me.
yeah. The one
Ah,
thing,
that was a key.
the one,
What?
the,
Paul.
the one thing about being a veteran, they get on our nerves about getting checked. We get we get notices like constantly.
Hmm.
It's time for you to get your, your colonoscopy. It's time to get your yearly. It's time to. It's like this week and next week. All I had a doctor's appointment today. I
Hmm.
got one Friday. I got one Monday. I got one Wednesday. I got one next Friday, and I got another one. I got two more that following Monday. They do their due diligence to get you in there to make sure you straight. Once I turn 50, like I used to just get my yearly and just call them up if I need something else, like yearly eye check or whatever, yearly physical. Now, once I turned 55, actually, the appointments started coming up. And when I just turned 60, I got so many appointments lined up. But the thing about it, once I get through this round of appointments, I don't have to get them again until next July, unless something's wrong. So if you don't go to your appointments, if you miss something, it's your fault. But the VA they get on your nerves, but that's because they want to make sure you're straight.
Yeah. You want to touch on stress, mental health, and finding ways to manage that. I
Yeah,
think when you go to the doctors and your doctor does the overall assessment and they start asking you questions like, "How are you feeling?"
yeah,
I would encourage people to be honest. I'm not saying it has to be bad. We're not telling you make up. Not if you're great, you're great, right?
yeah.
But in that doesn't mean that day. Let me
Right.
elaborate. What that means is from your last visit, has anything been on? Have you when they ask you Are there any concerns or any things that you feel maybe when,
Yeah.
whatever is in that thing? And when they're asking you, pretty much, you can say, like, when they ask you what's been going on, they are trying to see what you have: daily stressors, and then you
Mm-hmm.
have life stressors, and then you have stressors of concern, right? That
Yep.
can affect your mental health.
Yep.
Daily stresses, we know. So then the question then comes, how are you managing that?
Yep.
Those are key terms, so that they're trying to see what if you need any additional management outside of what you're doing, and then they may give you suggestions.
Yep.
That's perfect for your primary care doctor.
Yep.
Now, if you're having negative, not, let me rephrase that. If you're having a lot of bad days where you don't want to be
Mm-hmm.
bothered, you want to be alone,
Yeah.
say that.
Say it.
A lot of those are like telltale signs of depression. Not saying major, but depression is really common
Mm-hmm.
among a
And it
lot of people.
builds.
When you're isolating yourself and you're not socializing, like social isolation, or you may feel down more than you feel up. You may feel okay. This is something they may know, because then they can direct you to who you need to get this managed. Because a lot of times when it goes unmanaged, it weighs and it affects your life. It affects your productivity. It affects your work. It affects your social life. It can affect your parenting. It can affect your relationships. It can affect a lot of different things. So I think it's
It affects us
important,
sexually big time.
huh?
It affects us sexually big time. We just can't perform.
There are two ways though.
Mm-hmm.
Some people become hypersexual during those times. Some people
Yeah.
have a decrease in sexuality.
Yep.
So if you have an increase, and you may like, damn, I'm getting it. That can affect it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
certain things have a different um effect on the body.
Mm-hmm.
So those things are key and essential to let your primary care doctor know. And I think it's also, let me just go back to say, it's important to let them know, and it is confidential information
Yep.
unless you
You know.
share it. The nurse does
Yeah.
not know, the MA does not know.
Right. No one knows.
Certain things are protected, even in the EMR. Even if you have access to it, you have access to it because you have autonomy over your healthcare. So
Right.
you can see certain things.
Yep.
Certain people don't have access to certain pieces of your medical record.
Right.
And it's not supposed to be discussed. That's confidential.
Yep.
Again, read the rights, patient rights and responsibilities that is handed to you, because it details just that. And when you feel like your rights as a patient is violated, and what you're responsible for, that
Yep.
goes through like information of how to contact, and certain things of making sure that you understand you have autonomy. You ask the questions, and they're delegated, and you're projecting the right information to get the
Mm-hmm.
best services. And I think a lot of times with men, y'all want to tough shit up until until it
Yeah.
gets through.
And it hurts. And you know what? It messes us up. It messes us up also because, like you were saying, if something's wrong, like I used to have that problem where if I went to the doctor and I knew something was wrong, I was like, "Nah, I'm good." Things just happen, but I'm good. Until some years ago, when I was ready, like I'm done. I'm done with life. It took me to go see the doctor. And the doctor said, what's really wrong? And I'm like, yo, I just broke it down. Then after that, you know, when I go see the doctor, it's like, you good? I like, yeah, I'm good. But I say, this happened, like, how did you get through it? I told him da 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 da. That's why when I say at the top of the show, with my doctors, especially my mental doctor, yes, and I do go see a doctor for mental. I'm not crazy, but I do suffer from depression.
Hmm.
You know, too much. So you go to see a mental doctor, trust me, you'll be seeing one day yourself. Whoever's looking at this trying to laugh. But when I went to go see her the first time, or every time now, I'm like, I'm straight up with her, you know, and I got real personable with them to the point, like I said at the top of the show, they know about my mother. They know about when my mother passed away. They know about my daughter, well, two of my daughters, because they live here. They know about my hobbies. They know all that stuff. Like, yo, you still doing this? How your daughter do? And they ask me all these questions because I just opened up to them. And see, now when I sit down with them, we're having a conversation like we know each other. Like, do you still feel like this? What you been doing for this? Da 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 da. You should do this. They talk to me more like a father or a mother than a doctor, because I feel like it's like they just. I feel like I could tell them anything, you know. So it after I go in, I might break down. I mean, I'm not gonna be too ashamed on here to admit it. I might break down because I go through a lot of shit. But when I walk out of there, I feel better because I let them know how I feel or felt or what I've been going through, and they know me, so I can walk out of there feeling like this helped a lot.
And then they give you the tools. I think
Yeah,
the biggest misperception of therapy is they just trying to medicate me. That's not it.
that's not it.
Um, with therapy, and I know I'm probably mixing and jumping ahead, but I just want to mention
Nah,
one
nah,
thing.
you know how
Depending
we
on your
do.
preference of treatment, like I want people to understand there are so many non-conventional ways of treatment that's being practiced today. Holistic treatment is one of them,
Hmm.
right? But therapy is definitely open to everyone. You don't have to do it. They give you different tools. The tools could be one of the biggest and most effective ones can be like journaling. Um,
Exactly.
Journaling is
Yes.
a good one. Is a good way of expression and without holding it in, right? That's something that we practice. They give you different tools to show you how of coping skills. Coping could mean anything of okay, don't look at it in a negative, right? People tend to think of coping as, oh, I'm this fucked up person. No,
Yeah.
it's not. Coping is
Mm-mm.
meaning when you feel, yes, before you get to this space,
Yeah.
when you know it helps you identify signs that you're triggered and that you're
Hmm.
on a wave.
Yeah.
Even when it comes to like anxiety, things like this, when you start to feel it onset, they give you tools
Yeah.
to bring yourself back down and when to recuse yourself or when to retreat and like get your
Yep.
shit together before it gets here. So those are the tools that you use and they want you to practice them daily. They give you homework, they give you all of those things.
Hmm.
Medication is not always an option unless you show up in that bitch and you just like, oh, excuse me. You
Yeah.
just show up and you
You know,
know you just
you
like
said about
okay.
journaling.
But yeah,
I I
that's
used to never
that
journal.
is
I used to never journal because I always thought that was a female thing. And I told my doctor, I
journaling is
told her,
great.
yeah, I told her, I said, what treatments do you do for women? That's why I asked her straight up. And she told me, I said, give me whatever treatments whatever you do. I mean, don't look at me as a man. Look at me as someone who I told her, look at me as someone who's messed up. And she's like, okay. And she said, I was going to suggest this anyway because you like to write and you like to draw. She said, why don't you try journaling things? And I was like, okay. And when I started writing, I would write things. And it got to the point to where when I was writing things, I felt like I would go over the pages and like, man, I can't believe I went through this and went through this and went through this and went through this. And I still have stuff I wrote back in 2008.
Hmm.
I kept all that. And when I read it, I'm like, dang, I was messed up. But then I say, here I am, 2024. I'm like, damn, that's like 17 years ago. And I'm still here. And I'm not like I was back then. And I keep it. And I keep
I'm on the
writing and writing.
progress, yeah.
And I'm like, it's more like now when I read it, I mean, I still write down what's going on with me. But now when I read it, I'm like, damn, this is like a nice old story. And I'm reading it like a story, like, damn, this is pretty dope. Well, back then it wasn't dope.
People write autobiographies
Yeah.
and different things from their journaling. Also, some of the greatest poets. That's where a lot of their
Yes.
poetry come from
Yep. Yep.
is their journals.
Yep.
And I think journaling is like a good outlet for so many different. And even if you don't want to keep it and burn it, but I think it's also good to see um, where you were and where
Hmm.
you are in the comparison. And in some people, it makes you feel good. Like you can see, like even if you don't feel the
Hmm.
progress as you journal,
Yeah.
you see it's on paper when you go, but you're like, damn, okay, I ain't there no more right here, but I
And
got a
right,
little bit ways to
exactly.
go. So
Hmm.
it's a work in progress, but you have to be a willing participant, and
Hmm.
it doesn't have to be detail specific. It could be whatever you're feeling. If you're feeling happy, journal that. You know what I mean? If
Right,
you
how you
going through
feel.
something and you want to cuss somebody out, cuss them out on the paper.
I was about to say that.
'Cause
I was just about
it's
to
an
say because I say,
outlet, and you're not holding that in. But also, with journaling, having goals is
Yeah,
important. Like even if it's goals for your mental health, goals for
yeah.
life, goals for whatever, something that you really want to do. Even if it's not even mental health related, goals are important.
You know something, Coco? When my wife passed away, it was hard, real hard. But I kept writing because I used to write. What my journal did from there. Me and her used to always write letters. Like I said, we always pride ourselves to where we never sent each other a text. We never sent each other an email. We always handwritten every letter. So when she passed away, I kept writing letters to her in my journal. Just writing her letters, writing her letters, writing her letters.
Hmm.
And I did it for like a good year. Then I stopped. And when someone pissed me off about her, I wrote in there, yeah, I'm gonna bust that motherfucker in his face when I catch him. I was writing shit like that. Yeah, he got his ass whooped today. Yeah, I mean, I was writing shit like I was writing her, but I was telling her, yeah, somebody bust his ass today. You would have liked that shit. And that's how I got over her passing away. I still think about it, but I was able to move on. That's been 6 years now, 7 years now.
Hmm.
And I still think, but I can read it and be like, yeah. And I laugh when I look at it and I laugh back. I like, damn, I was talking some shit. You know?
I want to get back to the checkup thing in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yearly checkups for men,
Mm-hmm.
having 30 to 60 minutes out of your day a year is nothing.
Nothing.
Do that. At least get your checkups, and like I said, it's a good
Yeah.
preventative measure. The earlier you catch anything, the better.
Once a year.
Um,
Get your blood test, get your urine test, get all that.
I can even, well, I'm not going to say your name for public reasons, because some things we're going to treat this as a confidential, as a safe space, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I will say anybody that's interested or has never journaled or wrote, you don't necessarily have to have a journal. You can take some paper right now
Mm-hmm.
and just write whatever come to your mind.
Yeah.
These bitches make me sick.
For real. Yo, real
That's what I
talk.
mean.
Real
You
talk.
gonna start to feel good, and it just whatever you going like. I really don't know what right now, but you be surprised what's going to come after that. But and next thing you know, you got five
You done
freaking
wrote a whole
pages,
a whole chapter.
and it's literally you being your organic self.
Yeah.
It's your creative, it's your space, it's your outlet of what you feel, what's on your mind. If you feel like this damn food was nasty as the you
You
write
know what?
that
Pick
down.
up your
You know what
phone
I
and
mean?
put it
It
in.
could be anything, but it's just that easy. Like I wouldn't say don't just use it in your down moments. Use it
Yeah.
in your best moments. Use
Just
it
do
in
it.
your
Yeah.
proud moments. Use it in your happy times. Use it any you want to capture the good, the bad, and the ugly.
And
Don't
like
just
you,
use it for that because then it becomes a I'm just
yeah.
a that person.
And
You know what I mean?
like you said, you don't have to do it every day. Like now I do it. I might do it every 2 or 3 days. And I do recaps. Like, yo, this happened. Da, 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 da. You can pick up your phone, pull up a text file, and you can talk and just put your voice text on, da, 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 and save it on your phone. There's so many ways to do it. But yeah, like you said, if this
I say
this bitch
songwriters
pissed me off.
also they utilize
Mm,
life lessons and express
yes,
and journaling for their songs.
right.
Some of that stuff actually comes from pieces of life. That's why when you ever hear a song that you can 100% relate to, you like, oh, this motherfucker was really going through something. That's yes, because a lot of times when people write, they write from experience, and
Yeah.
that's great.
You know that song by Tyrese? What's that? Love is a transaction or whatever.
Mhm.
You can listen to that song and he's telling you this the shit he went through. Whether you agree with him or not, I mean, he's telling you like this is what we built and this is what it came out to. Da 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 da. I mean, it doesn't take much, man, and you'll find yourself feeling better once you write because you got that anger out of you, that frustration, that person that pissed you off, you cursed them out, you did all that shit
Mhm.
in your journal. And years down the line, like I do, I go back and read like, damn, that shit funny as hell. You know,
I want to transition over to women a little bit.
Yeah,
Um,
this is your avenue right here.
the significant thing to understand is a lot of times men's health and women's health is completely different. And I understand a lot of times men want to tell us what we're supposed to do with our bodies or what we should be doing with our health, our overall, all of this other stuff. What I will say, unless you are a physician, be quiet.
I agree.
Reason being is the same way with men, every woman is not the same.
Right.
We cannot diagnose every person. It's literally when it comes to your overall health case, everybody's case by case. I can't judge what my experience health wise will be or my journey through my health will be with someone else's, and I strongly encourage someone else. Like you ever have those conversations? You're like, oh well, what I did was, and we can just do this together. And somebody might be like, well, that's not going to work for me because,
Hmm.
and a lot of times everybody does, and they don't have to disclose
Hmm.
what they're going through health wise. So I think it's important for people to understand that's the method that works for you, and it probably works for a couple of other people. But if someone is disclosing a barrier,
Hmm.
understand that's where they are, and it may not work for them.
That's
They
you
may
can
need
only
a whole
suggest. You
different
can't tell nobody.
right.
Yeah,
They may
you
need a
can't tell
whole
nobody.
different regimen, and that's why when people come into doctor's offices, the first thing we say is, whatever your friends and family told you, we're not even talking about
We
it.
ain't talking
I
about
don't
that.
want to hear what somebody said, nothing. I just want to hear what you're going through right now. What did you feel? I don't want to hear what somebody told you to do or what they told you to take because I'm going to tell you to discontinue that today.
Yep.
And we're going to start fresh. Um, what I will say is when it comes to diet and exercise, according to the CDC, it
Hmm.
encourages women of all ages and abilities, again, case by case. Regular physical activity is important for women of all ages and abilities. Abilities. I've been drinking. The CDC recommends
It's the way you put it in there like that.
the CDC recommends at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic exercise or 75 minutes of vigorous exercise per week. Strength training is also recommended. Um,
You didn't. You know what? Before you, before you finish, I wouldn't have laughed if you didn't say that because I didn't even notice anything until you said I've been drinking. I didn't even notice nothing. You was going right through it. Go ahead. Man.
so
That's wild.
um, with that, I will say what we didn't mention is also sleep is extremely important
Yeah.
for not only your overall health but brain health. Like for the brain development, it's essential for memory and all of those other things. Like sleep is essential for energy, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
They say aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Sticking to a regular bedtime can help. That is not my life, but I'm trying.
Me neither. I'm trying.
Um,
I would.
also, when we talked about 8 cups of water a day, it is actually recommended for women to drink up to, I mean, not just drink, y'all. We're going to drink water. We're going to drink up to 12 cups of water per day. That's the recommended um, intake of water, but to stay hydrated. And this
That's a
helps
gallon
with,
of water.
yeah. The
Yeah.
reason why they're recommending the 12 cups is for blood circulation, blood pressure, stress hormones, and mood.
Get you
Um,
a water bottle, fill it up, and start the day.
let's talk about checkup. As women, we have a primary care doctor. Your GYN is not your prime. Well, it can be depending on if you go to a family,
Hmm.
family provider.
Yeah.
But you have your annual, and then you have your GYN annual, and then your follow ups, whatever have you,
Yeah.
depending on what it is. What I will say when it comes to your women's health, meaning
Hmm.
anything below,
Yeah.
hey, that's your
South of the
GYN.
border. Yeah.
That's your GYN. Don't listen to no other woman. Don't listen to your mother. Don't listen to your aunties, don't listen to your homegirls, don't listen to your dude, don't listen to none of them. Go to your GYN doctor. Explain to them whatever is going on. If you're perfectly fine, you're perfectly fine. Something that I've noticed, even in practicing, I mean, backtrack with new treatments,
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of recommendations are geared towards like probiotic things for like preventative measures, and they
Mm-hmm.
can tell you which ones are best for you if it's okay for you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but also pay attention to your body, how you feel. If anything is unusual, get it checked out. And I think it's also some things are common, and yeah, just make sure don't, even when it comes to your partners and all of those things,
Mm-hmm.
still get yourself checked out.
Yeah.
And routinely, regularly, I don't even care if you've been with the same person for 8 to 10 years,
How often
still
do
do
you
it.
go? Do you have to go? Is that a yearly thing too, GYN, or you have to do it more than once a
You
year?
have your annuals in, but then it all depends on the woman's health. Again, when it comes to GYN issues, every woman is not the same.
Right.
Some women have GYN issues, right? What is it called? Reproductive issues. Some
Mm-hmm.
women have different things going on. Whether you have fibroids, whether you may have like um, something going on with your pelvis, you may have PID, you may have a couple of things. A lot of these things are not sexually transmitted. Some women do contract yeast infections. A lot of people
Mm-hmm.
don't understand if a woman is taking medication, whether it's for high blood pressure, diabetes,
Mm-hmm.
heart meds, a lot of those
Mm-hmm.
things contribute to yeast, right?
Okay.
It gives your pH off balance. A
Yeah.
lot of times, your doctor will give you a recommendation of treatment for that to
Mm-hmm.
help prevent that or lessen your
Okay.
chances of obtaining that. It's nothing wrong with you. It's just
Right.
whatever your body is going into your body, and it could be a diet, it could be a lot of different things
Okay.
that go into that. But your GYN doctor can help dissect that and
But you
give
should
you
go.
a treatment plan for it.
But you should go at least once a year, basically.
Yeah, or every six. Some providers may say come every 6 months,
Okay.
depending on what your G,
Your body.
depending on what your GYN health is. Now, your annual checkups, again, that also is case by case, depending on what your medical history is. Medical and GYN for women is completely different, and a lot of women still get that confused.
Yeah,
Like
that's why I say with us
your
men.
GYN doctor, if it's different, that's a specialty. They don't do nothing above the waist.
Yeah.
They don't even touch nothing below your thighs. So they just
But see,
strictly on the
that's why I knew
reproductive
that's about the
mechanism.
men.
That's
We
it.
we don't really have any issue unless we get jockage. And that's our yeast effect. Other than that,
Because y'all
we
give
don't
us
really.
off.
Huh?
Can I explain another thing?
Yeah.
Men, before y'all go around here talking about women, what they smell like, I want y'all to ask yourself, what did you contribute to that? Because while a lot of men have a lot of partners, and then you go on to this one who only with you, but every time she sleep with you, her shit be thrown out of whack. You
That's why I
got
was.
You
That's
done
why.
gave her that. A lot of the times, some of that BV and yeast and all of that stuff, because you transmitted this from one
Go for it.
person, we don't know what this person been. And a lot of times, a lot of our shit come from y'all. Y'all be
Coco,
fucking
that's
us
why
up.
I said these dudes today be smelling bad. I don't know what it is. That's what I was saying. These dudes today be smelling bad. It's like I don't know if they're wearing the same clothes 2 or 3 days, but the smell, you know, the smell of someone who hadn't bathed compared to the smell of someone who got something going on,
Mm-hmm.
and the smells are totally different. And these guys smell like something different. It's a sour
Did you
smell,
say something different?
something different. They smell
Sour.
sour. And when you're musty, you don't smell sour. You just smell foul. You just got a strong scent. But when you smelling sour, there's something else going on with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I be these dudes today be like, I'm like, yo, and I want to be like, yo, homie, what's up with you, man? But these little young boys, they really want to act wild out, and I don't want to kill none of them because I know you can't fight them because they don't want to fight you.
And I don't know who told women that they ain't got
Say what?
that thing supposed to touch water every day.
Say with the dudes. Say with the guys. Say with the guys. What? See, y'all do, but these guys they sweat like, and y'all forgive me what I'm getting ready to say. I'm not gonna get graphic,
Yes, you is.
but no, I'm not. There's a difference between wearing briefs and boxers. If you're always wearing briefs, let's just say somebody ain't getting enough air in there.
Y'all can't wear the cute drawers.
No, you can, but
But y'all gotta wear the bloomer boxes.
I don't wear them shits. I didn't mean to say that, but but switch. I'm just saying, switch up a little bit. Sometimes go
You
commando.
know the bloomer boxes,
I
the
know
little droopy boxes with the little thing that stick out. That's y'all. Y'all need the little Y'all need the little window hole. You know?
now see y'all. I told y'all I wouldn't try to get graphic, but she is. See what I'm saying?
Because y'all be talking about us with our drawers. You know we
She's
gotta
getting
let
graphic.
things
But
breathe too.
anyway,
Y'all.
sometimes fellas go commando, especially when it's hot outside.
What?
The fellas know what I mean by go commando.
And just let it
Go,
swing.
huh?
But then, no, don't do that. Cause then y'all
No,
should be
no,
sticking to
when
y'all when y'all
it's
sweat.
hot like this outside, sometimes I mean, of course, wear something where you ain't showing like that. But like if you just around the crib or in the yard, or you just going to the store, you hang out.
No, cause they be
You
wearing
know,
them ass eaters now, so ain't nothing
that's what
worse
I'm
than a
talking about.
man with three
But
balls.
see, that's why I know
Hey,
they won't do
what?
it because they like the coochie cutters or the nut huggers. But if you around the house, around your yard, you ain't gonna go commando. Because when it's 90 degrees out there, 100 degrees out there, niggas sweat. Throw some baby powder down there like me. I ain't being grabbed, but I throw the baby powder. Because see, with us, it's different. We could do that. We could do that.
You still wear baby powder?
Who, me? Should I be like,
No, cause that shit cake up and it be like little pebbles.
it cake up if you put that shit down there like it's snowing. This don't, but you gotta put it down there. And you gotta pat it. So it like puffs out.
Baby,
You don't want to have that shit down there, and you walking down the street, and you got a little white powder coming out of your damn pants leg, and they be like, "What the hell you got going on?" Now you got to put on there, shake your underwear out, your boxes,
like
whatever you
you
got, shake
should
that shit
know.
out. Yeah, then you keep it moving because when you sweat, that stuff will just dissolve out. But if you just throw it in there and just be like, "Yeah, I got a whole bunch," and you go walking when you sweat, that should be like damn snowballs when you get home, man. Nah, but fellas got to do something, man.
Bro. Wait a minute, you still hold on, pause. You're not gonna act like you ain't just do a whole synopsis on how
Look,
to do baby powder.
my niece will tell you
Who
I'm a
is
well
wearing baby
I'm a
powder?
well kept man. I put the baby powder on. I put the foot powder in my in
Because
my
all I
feet.
can picture is you sitting down. You know how you poof down, they be like,
Nah, 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 nah. I stand up, put in my shirt, puff my shirt out, pop, pop,
and
pop,
then they be like
pop.
dusty.
Nah,
Like flour.
nah.
No, because you know the flour's still gonna poof. The little powder, because it's gonna be like,
But if you, that's why you shake it down out your shirt. See, I gotta go. See, once I trim down a little bit, where I can show my body. I'll give us a little show on how the men how to. My niece will tell you. I'm always asking the women in my family, what type of cologne do you like smelling on a man? I let
not
them take.
baby powder.
Look, my niece will tell you, my uncle don't never smell bad. I like in my like one thing my granddaughter did. I used to
I better not go to
check this out.
nobody and then they go to undress and all this and all this white stuff is just.
Nah, you won't see that with me because see, you,
What
trust
you
me,
be
trust
chatting
me.
again? How you doing? What you
Look,
do?
look,
How you, what
listen,
you,
man. Listen. I try to school the men. Listen here, man.
you lost me at baby
Listen,
fucking powder.
men. Listen here.
What?
Listen here, man. Get yourself some good cologne. Get deodorant. Don't get the same. Me, I got like 3 different types of deodorant. I always, I go roll on. I don't do spray because spray don't get it right. I get the roll on. Yes, I use baby powder, especially in the summertime because it reduces
That
sweat.
is the key to me.
Yeah, I do that. I take care of myself, man. In my like, I carry a backpack. Even though I drive, I got a backpack. In my backpack, I got my art pad. I got my art materials in there because I
Hmm.
like to draw all the time. But also in my pockets, I got deodorant. I got toothpaste. I got a little kit. Toothpaste, deodorant, the toothbrush. What else I got in there? I got um the bottles of uh soap. Or I got like a little kit. I keep it with me all the time because I don't want to go
I'm sorry,
nowhere.
I'm still lost on baby pod. I can't.
Hey, I rock it. I got my little roll on cologne that I got from the Mars. What else I got in there?
I'm sick of you. You
I got I got my lotion, my cocoa butter lotion. I call it my care bag. Just in case anything happen, I know I'm gonna be clean. When female walk up to me like, man, you don't never smell bad. You will catch me smelling bad.
never say you smell like baby powder.
Nope.
Cause that shit went oh, cause you just sweat it out and you with some little bowls to
But I,
pop over.
but see, if you got it on you right, you'll sweat, but you're not gonna be like. The only thing sweating real badly is your head, because if you shave your head, you sweat like hell for some reason. Take my word for it. Ask my niece; she'll tell you my uncle don't never smell bad.
You lost me a baby powder. I'm sorry. I used to hate that shit when my grandma used to be like, open your shirt.
But see, the grandparent be trying to put it on you like they trying to turn you to the Michelin Man or something like that.
You ashy
You
as
know,
fuck.
I put it on. But see, I put it on like I put it on, and if I put my shirt on, now I ain't gonna do it because you're gonna laugh.
How you pat it? How you pat it? Let me say.
I'll do it next week.
I didn't know if it was a method to how to do the baby powder.
It's
Do
a,
it
it's a method, man. Look, I'm old school, man. I'm old school.
clearly, cause
I'm
ain't no
old
way.
school.
Let me tell you, if I was
You know what?
with
I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna tell you how.
you and I watched him
Hold on,
get
Coco.
dressed, and
I
he
got one
looked
thing to
good,
say. I
and
got one
then
thing
he
to say.
go
Let me
squirt
tell you.
squirt with the baby powder. I mean, tell you how I'm gonna
Look,
cackle.
I was talking to this girl. We never got serious because she was wilding out. My niece to tell you, I used to come home from work, and this girl wanted me to come see her anyway, even though I was sweaty. She
Mm-hmm.
said, "But you smell good. You know why? I keep it.
But baby powder,
I keep everything. I see. I was raised by women, a bunch of women. It was I mean, the men taught me to be a man, but the women taught me how to care for myself the ways they would see a man. So I picked up their habits.
okay, baby powder. No,
Get
I'm
some
gonna
good,
leave
yeah.
it.
Get some good soap too. I'm body wash. I'm body wash all day. I
Cause
don't
you
use
got what? Some baby powder?
soap. He said get some good soap.
Oh, I about to
Yeah,
say.
I'm body wash. I don't use bar soap. Body
Now
wash.
you gonna have me looking at everybody. You know how you go. You be like, I'm like, hey, you use baby powder. Now they don't do that.
You gotta
But
know
no, teach them how to put that.
when I lose this weight and I'm
Go
good
ahead,
enough to show my
open
body, I'm gonna give a show on. I need to give a show on how to care for yourself anyway.
with the baby powder.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna do like you remember how I did the UMTV cribs that time when I had to.
We was high that day. We
I'm
ain't
gonna
doing
take.
that.
Yeah, we were high that day. I'm gonna take him in my bathroom and I'm gonna let them see what I got on my shelf. Now my brother Dwelle,
He wear baby powder
I
too.
can't touch him.
He wear baby powder too.
I don't know, but I gotta get my brother, my little brother Dwelle. Oh, that dude know how to.
Well, they look like he wear oil
He do. I do too. We both do.
and baby
We
powder.
both do.
You can't do both.
What you mean? The
You
oil is for the
can't be
smell.
wearing no oil
The
and
oil,
baby powder.
the oil is for the
Them
smell.
two don't go
The,
together.
the oil is for the smell, man.
What?
The oil is for the smell. It's for the aroma, for the vapors. Yeah. I got to do a care, like a good care, a 15 minutes of men's care and show you.
Yeah, I'm curious. I might see.
Yeah. But my brother get down. Even I'd be like, damn, bro. Yeah, he stayed on point 24/7.
I'm stuck on a baby powder, but shout out to you for that. Um, we covered most of it today. With that being said, we covered a lot today. Um,
That's how you do it.
he said the baby powder keeps the lower regional area dry. Oh
Yep.
Lord, he wear baby powder.
He's right though. He's right.
Well, you definitely can't have no spontaneity moments because who the fuck wants some baby powder?
Trust me, when that time comes, you won't even notice it.
Oh, you must be going to take a shower real quick.
I'm gonna take a shower anyway. I thought I got my care package in my bag.
I can't.
If I know I'm about to get some booty, oh yeah, I'm gonna tip to the bathroom. Because when I come out the bathroom, I have my regular clothes on. She's like, man, you smell good. I'm like, yeah, step to the mic.
Anywho, next week we will be supporting small businesses.
You hear that,
So
family? She ain't there. So go ahead.
you trying to talk you smoke? Not you shooting your shot. Anywho, next week we will be supporting small businesses again. If you have a business and you want us to shout out your business, please send it to myself or Bosco. Also, we're just gonna have a whole conversation on business and all of that stuff. If you want to join the panel, you are more than willing
Chris said you're gonna send you a picture.
to do that. I don't want to see no powdery. That's gonna look like Ash.
Ooh, boy.
So, with that being said, we appreciate everyone. Shout out to YouTube. If you are on the replay game, like, comment, and subscribe. Also, check us out on Spotify.
Make sure you check out the last 5 minutes of the show.
Again, supporting businesses. I think I will have a little bit more time this week to promote that. I need your help.
And you will
So,
see a flyer, y'all, because I've been slacking off everybody, but you will see a flyer.
yeah. So, you want to close this out and thank everybody?
Yes. Thank you for everybody for showing up today. Fallon, Chris Dixon, my man Paul Lamont. Lisa came back from the moon. She was in the building today. Boy, Dietrich, that's my man right there.
Chris, Paul,
Richie, yeah, I said that. Yep, I said that already. Richie Hicks, my
Mama
man
Uni.
Richie Hicks Jr. popped up in the building. Yeah, we had a good show today. Check us out every Wednesday, 8 to 10 p.m. on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. All you gotta do is Google Casual Convo Show. We're gonna pop up. Our pretty faces, me with the baby powder. We all gonna pop up on the show, on the figure. I'm your co-host Bosco from the Bronx. So man, Rich behind the boards. For the host, with the hostess, with the mostest, who want to see me, Coco in the building. We are out until next Wednesday, y'all. We see y'all. We out.
Yeah.
Peace. And so, baby.